So you see the pictures like that over here, and then you have some like you have some start.spring.io. This is the good website, the web services. You can build your projects really systematic way. What type of building tools that you need, and then if you see the building tool generations, you have a Maven and Gradles, and then you have what type of language you are selecting, because we are using Java, and you have a Spring Boot versions, and then you have a Java, Kotlin, Groovy, and then for our case in Java by default, and we use the building tool Maven. And then we fixed that. This is the last year we did, just like we set it like lower version of the Spring Boot applications, and then you define the your group ID group, and then artificial name of your projects, and that's all. And then you search for the artificial name. We just put it like the last Spring Boot REST API MongoDB, and you can search the respective dependency. That's what you need. So we need a web dependency, or you can expose here, or REST repositories dependency. If you need it, just you can inject it, and you have a possibility to give the name of the projects. And then we have a basic package structure of the projects. When the import project is generated, you unzip the projects and import the project in the respective IDE. That's how it's done. So you have a packaging options like jar packaging, ware packaging. You have a option of the Java versions, and then you can generate the versions, generate the project structure. You can generate the projects, and then project has to be unzipped it in the local directory or somewhere, and then import this project into your IDE. So you see that we already selected the web dependency and REST repositories dependency, and then we already select a NoSQL database, so we are selecting the MongoDB database. Okay, that means we selecting the MongoDB, its drivers, and then all the communications. MongoDB drivers, and then maybe we need to actuator and the DevOps. That means actuator. That's I need to little bit discuss about that one. The actuator, what is doing? Actuator basically is a tracker for your metrics information from your applications. That means when you add this actuator, that is generate all the respective metrics information, like your health condition of your service, the health is or request response time, or request response exceptions or error or status. You can get it from the from each of the service. And even though you can get the metrics information for your Java virtual machine information. That's I had one really good screencast about that one in my channels. It's a screencast number 18, like monitoring the Spring Boot application with the micrometer, and then plus the Grafana visualization tool, plus the Prometheus. So you can follow that's this the screencast number monitorings, and then you can get it really clear idea how can you monitor all the applications, all the process into the respective tools, the monitoring you. Let's say one example, like if you think about one Amazon website, that's maybe this website has 10 or 15 web services, microservices called for building this single page web page. That means these 10 to 15 microservice you need to monitor how the status of the microservice, which take the long time, how efficient is this service call, how the communications, how the logs information, you can see everything. That's the important things nowadays in the microservice based application, web application development. You need really important this monitoring and management tools. That's we did last screencast number 18 with the monitoring microservices with the micrometer plus Grafana Prometheus. Just follow my channels. I believe there is a you can see, go there. You can go there. This is the playlist, and this is the playlist like monitoring, I believe somewhere. monitoring this 10 videos there, so monitoring the microservices from Spring Boot application. How can you have different monolithic application, and then I have a microservice based application? How can monitor those applications? Just you can get it here clearly what I mean. How can you do? How can all the setups? That means actuator expose your matrices, and then after that you can visualize those matrices into the your respective dashboard, like from Prometheus dashboard or the Grafana dashboard. Just follow this screencast and you get the clear idea what I mean. How can you monitor your microservices based application? Doesn't matter the REST applications or your web applications, doesn't matter. It's just completely free, independent. Basically here is doing what I'm doing here, just like this actuator, we expose you the matrices and then use these matrices to visualize in this graphical way from with Grafana or Prometheus, or maybe Spring Boot or Spring Boot admin server, or maybe Spring Boot admin client. That's a possibility, alternative possibility. But I found like to monitoring the any applications, microservice application or web application with the micrometer actuator micrometer plus the Grafana and then Prometheus visualization tools. Just follow that one. So we already select our dependency, what we need, and then we can go forward to generate the projects, and then unzip the projects and then build so its project is already generated. You can hit the generate buttons, so it will be generate the button, and it's generated the down level. I got it down levels, so it out of screen, but I got it the Spring Boot. That's what the Spring Boot REST API MongoDB AHH project name, and then now we try to import these projects. We unzipped in locally, and then we try to import this project into the respective IDE. So for this case, we use this IDE, IntelliJ IDE. You can Eclipse depending how this. But now many projects with the respective with the Eclipse IDE, but we put it like IntelliJ. Those who have used IntelliJ, but even though you can use the Eclipse IDE, it just doesn't matter. But Eclipse IntelliJ is exactly same thing. But it's good tools, good IDE, you can use it. So you see that we import the projects, and then it has a project structure. All things is ready. You export, you unzipped it in the C directory and import the projects in the Maven projects, and then this is properly structured it. So it's source directory, the standard Maven structure, mains, and then test directory, and then Java, and then you have all the proper structure. That's I said, this is the structure of the professionally doing the implementation, not the hello world one. So it is those who have experience, like industry work experience. We did the industry experience here. So this is, you can say, this is example from the industry. So industry, like when you are working as a professional, as a developer in any company, then you need to be really understand how the structure, how the architecture, process and flow, and how can you model, how can you pack it your projects like systematic way. That's I said, really professional way. So you need to be really take care the structure of the projects, and then the pattern of the project, which part, which modules, which projects, packages, which part we contain. You see the pictures like the models. You have the repository that's containing all the domain models, the configurations, repository, all the repositories that you define, that you need, you can put it here, this package, and the resources, and then you have a service and service implementation, and then you have a main methods of your main method class for your application starting. So we have a resource directory, and this is the directory containing all your application.properties files, and then you have different Spring Boot profiles, file like application minus production test or QA or release, and then dot application, and this is the files we will override it. That's I will show you later. part of the, just like you got the